everybody. Welcome back to Grandma's Corner. We're making videos for next to nothing is the best thing ever. We are going to learn how to make beautifully dyed pasta. Isn't this lovely? It is so easy to make, and I'm going to show you lickety-split. All right, what do you need? Well, you need to get yourself some pasta. This happens to be salad macaroni, and I also chose rigatone because that has a nice big open space so you can thread your yarn. You also need to get some alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, or you can use distilled vinegar. It works just as well. You also need to have a container. Remember when we talked about reduce, reuse, recycle, repurpose, and I told you I was going to do something with this container? Well, today is the day. You also need to get yourself some dye. I went to the dollar store. Guess what? For $1, I picked up this multicolored assorted food dye. All right, so let's get started. We are going to go ahead and we are going to make colored pasta. I know that's really loud to the ears, but I'm going to do this part really quickly. In your container, go ahead and put about a handful of pasta, and then you're going to add 1 teaspoon, and I'm using vinegar today. And remember, these are the measuring spoons that we use for a variety of recipes. This one happens to be the teaspoon. 1 teaspoon of vinegar or isopropyl alcohol, which is the same as rubbing alcohol. All right, get your earmuffs on. We gotta shake that up a little bit. Woo! Sounds like 4th of July. Now, to that, you're going to add about 20 drops of whatever color you choose. Now, there are a variety of colors that you can make besides the 4 that are in here. On the back, it usually gives you the recipe of how many of each color to make. Purple, lime green, orange, besides the basic colors. Here we go. Help me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Whew, that's going to be a nice color blue. All right, we're going to do a little shaking again. Cover your ears. Woo! Look at that. Wow, that's so loud. I'm going to shake over here. Okay, I think that's all I need to do, but you can shake it a little bit more. Oh my gosh, look at that. You now made blue pasta. I'm going to have you now take a jelly pan roll or any sort of pan and cover it with parchment paper. Parchment paper just allows the dye to stay on this instead of getting on your cookware. You go ahead and pour it out, and maybe with a fork you can spread it out evenly. And then guess what? I took mine out to the backyard today because it's very warm, and I dried it lickety-split. So you'll do the same. Earlier, I made red. Now this color is not very attractive. I tried to mix a couple of things, but you know what? When you're creative, sometimes you come up with odd colors. This one was the blue. Here we have the green. And then in the macaroni, I made purple. And then I also chose to keep some plain. So you're going to now get yourself a length of yarn. Oh yeah, you need to have some yarn. And we are going to begin to make our necklace. Now, I discovered an easy way to thread your yarn through your pasta. And I'm going to show you that right now. You're going to get a straw. I've already cut several pieces off of this. And very carefully, you're going to snip a piece of that straw. And then on the end, I don't know, maybe about 1/4 of an inch, maybe a little longer, you're going to make a snip. You're going to thread your yarn into this straw and then pull it down where you had the little slit. And this creates a wonderful enlarged kind of needle that you can now begin to thread with your yarn. Notice I have the pasta on the end. If I just start threading and push them and push them, what do you think's gonna happen at the other end? You're right, they're gonna all fall off. So if you take one pasta, tie a little knot, then that way when you start to thread them, they have nowhere to go except for right next to the next piece. And you keep on threading until you have created a wonderful necklace. And this one, I'm struggling getting this one through for some reason. I'm gonna have to pull this through. I think I cut it a little bit too short. Actually, I'm gonna use the other one I made because it was a little bit longer. See, you know what? Not everything comes out perfectly. So this one was a little bit longer. All right, so I'm gonna rethread this one, and then that way it'll be much easier to go through these pastas. All right, here we go. I'm gonna take that one again, and watch, success. Woohoo! And I'm gonna go ahead and now take a green one, and I'm gonna thread it through. Woohoo! And you just keep on going until you have created the most beautiful necklace for someone you love. Maybe it's you. Now, when you do the macaroni, I'm sure you're saying to yourself, oh, but that hole is too tiny. I don't think I can get that big straw through there. Well, you're right. So what I did is I took a piece of straw and I cut it right down the center, and then I cut it in half again, or even maybe a third, and it's now only a part of a straw. I don't know if you can see that, but that's not the whole round piece. It's just a section. And then I put that slit in there just like I said before, and now I'm going to take my yarn and I'm going to slide it over that slit. Oh, look at that. It's kind of like you are threading a needle. And now I can squish that together and it will easily go through the little tiny pasta. All right, here we go. We're gonna make this work. Thread, 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 and look at that. I put it on very easily. Now, do you see what I did at the bottom of this one? I got one piece of pasta on there, tied a knot, so these things don't go flying everywhere. All right, I'm gonna choose a purple one this time because I'm just that creative. And I'm gonna squish these ends together, shove it through. There you go. I now have 3 on there. So I decided also to add a large rigatone to my macaroni salad. And you could have done the same here, although I did find that some of the little ones tended to get stuck inside. So be creative, come up with wonderful designs, wonderful colors, and enjoy. And maybe you can even make some gifts for birthdays or holidays, or just because you are the nice person that you are. Thanks for joining me, and I look forward to having you see some of my other videos. Have a good day. Bye-bye.